Hey there, welcome to Craft Central Designs. Today I have for you a very easy, very cute, and very inexpensive Deco Mesh Halloween wreath that could be made solely from Dollar Tree materials. This is a great wreath for the novice crafter. Welcome to my channel today, and please remember to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content, and click that subscribe button if you are not currently a subscriber. Okay, let me show you how I made this very cute, very easy Halloween Deco Mesh wreath. Let's look at the items that you will need to create this wreath. I have a 14-inch wire wreath frame from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using Dollar Tree mesh for this wreath. I use 3 rolls of black and 3 rolls of orange. Those are 6-inch Deco mesh, and you can find that in the Halloween craft department at the Dollar Tree. I had there some black pipe cleaners. You can get black pipe cleaners. I believe they're the tinsely ones at the Dollar Tree. Now this sign, I did not get this at the Dollar Tree. I had gotten this last year, I believe from Amazon, but Dollar Tree has many Halloween signs that would be very suitable to put in the center of this wreath. This is an example of the one of the Halloween signs that's in the craft Halloween department. Now you could use acrylic paint and paint this, and maybe take the letters Happy Halloween and the bat and place some Mod Podge on there and sprinkle over some ultrafine glitter. So you could glitter that bat up and that Happy Halloween and create your own sign for the center. But they have many finished signs also at the Dollar Tree. They have a lot of signs currently at the Dollar Tree. I would say maybe at least 10 to choose from. I have here some ribbons from the Dollar Tree. I used 2 different ribbons. That one, I believe I had gotten that on Amazon last year. I didn't end up using that. That one I did use, very cute, from the Dollar Tree. That one I did not use. I'm just showing you a variety of different ribbons there. I ended up only using 2 of the rolls from the Dollar Tree. Now, these are also available at the Dollar Tree. You could make this wreath 100% from items and materials from the Dollar Tree. Those are some little black ornaments. I didn't end up using them, but again, they have those at the Dollar Tree. And those are some little spiders with a glittery purple body on the spider. And I got those at the Dollar Tree, as well as that big spider, which I didn't end up using. I'm just actually showing you a lot of options of things you could put on the wreath. But again, I used 3 rolls of black, 3 rolls of orange. I'm going to be creating bundles to place on that 14-inch wire wreath frame. And I cut my sections in 18-inch sections. Now you can use a rotary cutter or scissors to cut your deco mesh. But I'm going to show you here how I create my bundles. I'm going to put the rolled side down, and I'm going to simply place my fingers on the deco mesh, crawl down the deco mesh with my fingertips, and I'm creating, I call them scrunches, but I guess some people call them ruffles. But for me, they're scrunches. Okay, so the rolled side down, and I'm going to scrunch up the center of that orange piece there. Now I do use a clip to hold the first one, and then after I create the second scrunch, I just place both of them in my hand. I take a half a pipe cleaner, wrap it around, and that is a bundle. I'm going to show you that again. I cut my pipe cleaners in half, by the way. 18 inches long on the deco mesh, 1 piece of orange, 1 piece of black, per bundle. I used 36 bundles on this wreath, so I have a nice full application of Deco mesh bundles. Crawl down the center of the Deco mesh with my fingertips. Place a clip, again from the Dollar Tree. And then I'm going to take my black, the rolled side down, scrunch up the center with my fingertips, all the way to the other end. And then I'm going to take those two, place them together, crisscrossed, take a half a pipe cleaner, wrap it around, and I'm going to continue to proceed on to make 34 more bundles that I'm going to place on that 14-inch wire wreath frame. And this makes a beautiful application. This mesh does have a little bit of fraying. That doesn't bother me at all on a Halloween wreath. And I actually love the 6-inch Deco mesh for placing this type of bundle, the scrunches, as I call them, to fill up this wreath frame. Okay, so I'm going to be using the second wire and the third wire. So I'm going to place my first bundle, press it down firmly against the second wire from the outside, twist my pipe cleaners a couple of times, and I now have that bundle secured to the wreath wire. Now I'm going to take another one, but this time I'm going to use the second one from the outside. So I use the second one from the inside, then the second one from the outside. And I just go back and forth, rotating, second to third, all the way around that wreath wire. Now, as you go, you can feel free to fluff up your bundles and see how it's looking as you move along. This, as I mentioned at the onset, is a great wreath for a beginner wreath maker. It's got a very easy bundle to create, and it's going to include a lot of basic principles of creating a Deco mesh wreath. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up that wreath frame. Now I have it upside down at the moment because I'm going to show you that I'm going to take some wire cutters, snip off the excess pipe cleaners, and then I just push them down inside the wreath. And the reason I do this is to keep it from scratching the surface wherever that wreath is going to be hanging, which is likely going to be a door. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean that up right away before I start putting any embellishments on the wreath. And look how pretty that looks. Very Halloweenish, if that's a word. Okay, 36 bundles. All right, now I have this sign, but any sign that you use, you're going to do exactly the same way as far as securing that sign to your wreath. For me, I wanted to use this sign. I had purchased it last year and never used it. So I decided to use it this year. But any round sign, or you could even put a square sign, it doesn't matter. Just choose a sign that you like at the Dollar Tree. And we're going to place any sign that you get in the center of the wreath. But we're going to have to secure some pipe cleaners onto the back of the sign so we can hold it securely onto the wires of the wreath frame. So I put down a line of hot glue. I press my full-size pipe cleaner into the glue, and then I take a little piece of ribbon and put that on top just for extra security. I'm using my little makeup silicone applicator there, again from the Dollar Tree. You could also use a little piece of felt. So a couple of those pipe cleaners is going to be enough to secure any sign to the center of that wreath. So I'm just doing the exact same thing on the other side. You're going to use a full-size pipe cleaner, as I mentioned. And this is how we are going to secure whatever sign you use to your wreath. Now I'm going to place that on the wreath, feed my pipe cleaners down through the deco mesh. I'm going to make sure I have it placed just the way I want it. And I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to search for my pipe cleaners on the back side. And I'm just going to feed them through the deco mesh, wrap it around a wire, and simply twist the pipe cleaners. Now you may want to do a loose fit until you turn it back over and just make sure that you have it exactly sitting the way you want on the wreath. So maybe just a twist or two, turn it over, check it, and if it's fine where you want it, turn it back over and then twist those pipe cleaners a little bit tighter, and then you can cut off the excess. All right, so now what I'm going to do is, no matter what sign you use, just arrange your deco mesh so that it's not trapped underneath your sign. You want to show off your deco mesh as much as possible and have it just going around the perimeter of your sign. You see how I pull it out from underneath the sign? That way the deco mesh is kind of hugging the sign, if you will. And it's just a nice fluffier look if you pull that deco mesh out instead of having it just flattened out there where you put the sign on. Looking good so far, right? Okay, now I'm going to take 2 of those ribbons. I chose this very cute one with pumpkins and skeletons and all kinds of things on it. I cut mine in 8-inch pieces. And I'm going to initially cut 4, but then I ended up cutting 4 more. So you can go ahead and cut 8, each of 8 inches at 8 pieces at 8 inches. Good heavens. I can't talk this evening. I'm going to scrunch it in the middle, 1 piece of each. You can even take a third of a pipe cleaner will do on this. And you're going to twist the pipe cleaner around the back. Then I'm going to dovetail the ends. I'm making these small ribbon bundles. And I'm going to place them initially at 12, 3, 6, and 9. And then I'm going to add 4 more in between those. Now, I like my ribbon bundles or my ribbons peeking up through my deco mesh. It's not my preference. I've seen some crafters cut their ribbons longer so that when they poke up through the deco mesh, they fold them over onto the deco mesh on the top. I prefer my ribbons, tails coming up from the deco mesh to just be peeking up through the deco mesh. You do you. If you like your ribbons longer, cut them at 10 inches. Now, I just reach my fingers through the deco mesh, look for a wreath wire, secure it, twist it in the back, and then I'm going to open up my ribbons in that ribbon bundle. And I like to just kind of curl mine over the deco mesh. And I think that's a neater look. But if you like them longer, that's fine. You do you, however you like to do yours. So, as I said initially, I did 12, 3, 6, and 9, but I ended up filling in between those with those ribbon bundles. So I had 8 ribbon bundles altogether. And again, those are at 8 inches if you like your ribbon tails to look like the ones that I did on this wreath. Now, I have these picks from the Dollar Tree. I absolutely love these picks. They're kind of velvety, and they come 3 on a stem. I used 2 stems. I'm just going to cut them off, leaving a little bit of the stem underneath. And I'm going to position those on the wreath, not flat to the wreath, but tilted in different directions. I'm going to place them all down first before I glue them. And I put 3 on each side. These really add a beautiful touch to this wreath. And I'm showing you there 3 on each side. Simply hot glue them down into the Deco mesh. They will hold very beautifully on your wreath with hot glue. I use Gorilla Hot Glue. I think it's a better hold for the outdoors. But at Halloween, it's going to be October, and the weather's going to be very, very suitable as far as temperature to hanging a wreath on the door that you've used hot glue on. Everything should hold nicely. Okay, where I have my hand there, I said to myself, I think it needs a bow. But it's not going to be my usual elaborate bow. This time I'm going to make a very simple bow, even for the beginner. I'm using the same ribbons that I used for my ribbon bundles. Now I just have a small piece left, but I have enough to create a bow, and it's going to have one nice sized loop on each side. I'm going to pinch my ribbon to create a small tail around 4 inches. I'm going to fold the loop over, pinch it in the center. I want to say that loop is around 6 inches. Then I'm going to take the other side after I twist the ribbon so the right side is up, pinching it in the center, and I've just created a very simple bow. I'm going to take half a pipe cleaner and I'm going to wrap it around that bow. So I have my tails that are around 4 to 5 inches. The loops on my bow are around 6 inches. Now that bow is going to be placed underneath this bow that I'm going to create right now. Pinch the tail about 4 to 5 inches. Fold the loop over, pinch it in the center, hold it tightly with your fingers, twist the ribbon, fold that over the same amount. Those 2 loops should be equal. And you should have a long enough tail left over that you can cut just a little piece off in the end, and then we're just going to wrap a little piece of that ribbon around the center to finish that off. You take that pipe cleaner, twist it around, secure your loops. Now, I do have some left over, which is awesome, because I'm going to wrap the center of that bow. Now, I'm going to take those 2 tails of pipe cleaners. I'm going to wrap it around the first loop the first bow, that I made. I'm going to wrap the pipe cleaners around, and now I'm securing those 2 bows together. I'm going to twist it in the back, shape my loops a little bit there. And now I just have a simple mixed ribbon bow that I'm going to place on my wreath. Only 1 loop on each side. Now I'm going to take that extra little piece that I have there. I'm going to fold it over and then fold it over again. And I'm going to take a little bit of hot glue and just seal that up there with hot glue. And I'm just creating a finished piece so I can wrap it around the center of that bow, and it will be a nice finishing touch for that bow. As you can see there, I'm wrapping it around. And see how that finishes that bow? And now I'm just going to take a little bit of hot glue and secure that in the back. And now I have a nice little finished bow. It's going to be a nice little finishing touch on our Halloween wreath. Now, if you use a sign that has other colors, such as purple, you can add that into your wreath and just balance out the bundles so that you distribute your colors throughout. Or maybe you want to do black and purple instead of orange, or orange and purple instead of black. Bottom line, I put 36 bundles on that wreath. So do whatever color combinations suit you and the sign that you're using. And you can also pick your ribbons accordingly to match your sign and your deco mesh. They have quite a selection of Halloween ribbons. Dollar Tree does a nice job with Halloween decor. You can do a really awesome Halloween wreath. Be creative. Just choose what items that you like best. Okay, now I'm going to put my bow on. Now, on the back of this bow, you'll see that one of my one of my pipe cleaner tails is long and the other one isn't. So I just took a little piece of another pipe cleaner and I just twisted it around itself. This is another little trick in wreath making. If your pipe cleaners are too short, you can extend them with another pipe cleaner. I'm going to poke my fingers down through the deco mesh. I want my bow sitting right at the very base of my sign. And I'm just going to twist my pipe cleaners around my wreath wire. And it's as simple as that. I angled the tails of my bow. You do you. If you want a dovetail, that's fine. Now you can see there I took one of those little spiders with the purple glittery body, and I set it right on one of the loops of my bow. The reason why I did that is because that bow does have some purple in it, and I thought it would be nice to bring out some of that purple on the wreath. And here you have it. It's so easy, so inexpensive, so cute, this wreath. I hope you like this one. And I hope you feel inspired to run right to Dollar Tree and pick up your deco mesh and a sign and your ribbons and your wreath frame and your pipe cleaners. They do have glittery ones. You could find those in the craft Halloween section. Okay, I'm going to take a full-size pipe cleaner, turn my wreath over, make sure I have it in the center where I want to hang it. And I'm just going to create a loop. And that's going to be how I'm going to hang my wreath. Super simple. This entire wreath. This is a great one to do, again, if you're a beginner, because it will really boost your confidence if you see that you, in fact, can make something that looks this awesome. And then you can move on to do more challenging wreaths. But I love this one. I love a Halloween wreath. And there you have it. It's all complete. Just positioning my bow and my tails. I turned the tips of my tail ribbons. Turned up. Little touches make a difference. There you have it. I hope you feel inspired to make this one. If you're not a current subscriber, I hope you will consider becoming one if you enjoyed this video. As well, please give this video a thumbs up and share this out with your friends and family. Your comments. I love receiving them. Okay, until next time, you all take care.